And this man here is the trainer of Hector Luis Garcia, Mr. Bob Santos.
You know, we're expecting a tremendous, tremendous fight. You know, I've said it, I'll say it again. I think Gervonta, pound for pound, is one of the best fighters in the sport, one of the most dynamic punchers in the sport. But that said, you know, Hector's ready. We're prepared. We left no stone unturned. We, just like Tank can fight on 3 levels, we can fight on 3 levels too. It's going to be an all-time classic. You know, I look back to the fight with, I had Robert Guerrero fighting Andre Berto, and everybody said Berto's too big of a puncher. You know, he knocked out Freddie Hernandez, that Ares Landalara that I had went the distance with a junior middleweight. And so we're going to be very prepared for this fight, and I'm expecting a tremendous, tremendous fight, and we're confident we're going to come out victorious January 7th.
Let's hear from the trainer of Gervonta Davis, Mr. Calvin Ford.
Hey, question, Santos. Do he got that shirt on, Fight of the Year?
I don't know. I have no idea. He got a jacket on.
Okay, tell him I like that shirt, Fight of the Year.
Oh, we love it. We love it. We're thankful for it.
All right. It's been a rocky camp, y'all. But guess what? He made for this one. Y'all got the right cat this time. Y'all got the right cat. Y'all been reading it. This ain't no tune-up right here. This a fight. This is what we made for. This is what we do. This how we get down. Hector, I like your name. You got a fight name. Bring that Hector to the fight that night, yeah? Because guess what? It's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? We understand when we in D.C., the only way you go away is through D.C. He understand what's going on. That's our playground right here. We couldn't go nowhere unless we came through D.C. Y'all see the card is lit. And we're gonna finish it up lit. Man, I can't wait. All this stuff been happening, y'all been pouring gasoline on my youngin'. Guess what? Buckle up your shoes, caboose in the house. Put your seatbelt on, because Gervonta Tank Davis is gonna bring that heat that night.
Thank you, Calvin. Hector Luis Garcia, unbeaten, 16-0-1, 10 knockouts, an Olympian, and currently the WBA Junior Lightweight Champion of the World. Hector, if you would, give the folks some words on how camp was for this fight and what should they expect January 7th when you step in the ring with Gervonta Davis.
Primero, quiero darle gracias a Dios por la oportunidad, Showtime Boxing, PPV. Mi campamento fue un campamento incansable. Gracias a mi equipo de trabajo, todo salió bien, perfecto, como estamos listos para el próximo 7 de enero.
First of all, I want to thank everyone involved with this fight. This wouldn't have been possible without you. And my camp, it couldn't have been better. My team is tireless. We worked so hard, and you're going to see the results on Saturday night because they're going to be phenomenal.
And now, Gervonta Davis.
First, I want to thank Showtime, you know what I mean, Al Heyman, my personal team. Got Mia Addis for definitely getting me through this camp. She trained with me day in, day out. The undercard, a stat card, I feel as though Saturday night, the boxing win, you know what I mean? It's a stat card from the first fight to my fight, you know what I mean? So I feel as though we trained hard for in training camp. We did a lot been going on. I want to go over a little situation that he said on Facebook. Talk about he looked like a lawyer and we look like inmates or something. He said on Facebook. So it definitely turned me up. So Saturday night, you definitely don't want to miss this one. This one gonna be a tough fight on his end. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure that. So make sure y'all come early and don't get no popcorn, don't get no water, don't get nothing. Make sure y'all seat, y'all butt glued to the seat and eyes on the ring. I promise you, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be fireworks. So, thank y'all for coming out and see y'all Saturday night.
All right, let's talk about the fight. Tink, I'll start with you because you talked about, you alluded to this, with everything whirling around you outside of the ring, how were you able to focus on this fight?
This is my job. I've been doing this since I was, 7. I feel as though it come with it, if I stop now, then I feel as though that I ain't really do what I came to do just yet. So I feel as though if I keep pushing, that's just a hump in my road. So just like this fight, I feel as though I got to get through this fight to pass or go to the next one. So I feel as though it's just humps in the road that we all have in life, and I'm just human. You know what I mean? So.
And what do you think your feelings about fighting back here in the DMV, so close to home, where your career professionally started? I would assume you kind of have a little more juice when you're back here.
DC always been an excitement when it comes to boxing. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of talent in DC that people sleep on. I feel as though DC is a boxing town and got so much talent, and I'm excited to come back and fight in DC. You know what I mean? Like my coach said, we used to have to get through DC just to go away. You know what I mean? So I always, treated DC like a second home. I remember back in the day it was saying like a rival against DC and Baltimore, but I never really got that because I had a lot of friends like Pat, Ramo. I had a lot of guys that I actually like used to come to DC and just chill with. You know what I mean? So I always felt like DC was a second home for me. So just coming back and fighting in DC it means a lot on a professional level. So I'm excited to be back. You know what I mean? I seen Lamont Peterson when he beat Amir Khan, and I was right there, and I actually held his belt after he won. You know what I mean? And that was actually the IBF belt, and I won that, my first world title. So I'm excited to be back in DC, and I'm grateful and Saturday night.
Hector, stepping up in weight, taking on a guy who has tremendous power. Tell the people why you took this challenge.
Bueno, sí, acepté este desafío porque me gustan los grandes retos. Para mí las dos divisiones son iguales, la cual me siento bien, me siento en óptimas condiciones en la 135 y enfrentando a Gervonta Davis esta vez. Eso me da más fuerza todavía, más ganas, más deseo de superación, de ganar mi pelea el próximo 7 de enero.
Well, both divisions are basically the same to me. I feel equally comfortable in both. And I took this challenge because I always want to surpass my own limits and go after the very best. So in the end, it's up to me to show what I can do on Saturday night. But when it comes to having to face what I have to face at the way I have to face, I'll be ready no matter what.
I think people love watching you fight, Hector. Obviously, you got the punching power and your style. Do you believe your power will be enough to keep Tank off of you on Saturday?
Sí, claro. Yo soy un peleador que peleo toda la distancia y confío en mi puño.
The bottom line for me is that I can fight at whatever distance the fight requires me to. Up close, with my reach, using my power, whatever is required. I'm going to be ready.
Bob Santos, you were quoted in the boxing scene as saying, you give Hector a full 8-week camp and folks are going to be surprised of the outcome when it comes to him fighting Tank Davis.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like I said, I got the utmost confidence in Hector. That's why we took a fight with Chris Colbert with 19 days, right? Everybody told us, oh, you're crazy. I said, I know what I'm looking at in the gym. Everybody talks about, this guy's a killer, this guy is sparring. You don't survive in my gym with Carlos Adames and guys like that. So we've been in there with big guys too, and we will be ready to rock and rumble however it wants to go, inside, outside, back foot, forward, whatever it takes. January 7th, we're going to be victorious in this fight.
Calvin Ford, you said this fight, we putting everybody on notice. What do you mean by that?
Everybody. Everybody gonna get it. Todd, he don't never get his props. And he did the same thing as the rest of them, or more. Y'all heard the last time, it's never enough. I'm sorry, Hector, you have to be the one. I'm sorry, man.
Hey, Calvin, don't say he don't ever get his props. I give him his props. I give Tank all the props in the world. Pound for pound, he's one of the best fighters in the world. For me, I give him his props. Pound for pound, he's one of the best in the world. No doubt about it.
But everybody else, man, we know it.
Well, they don't know what they're looking at then. Ray Charles can see how talented Tank is. So, we know what we're looking at. We know what we're up against. And again, pound for pound, he's one of the best fighters in the world. And anybody can't see that. Wow, I don't know what they're looking at.
Read what we've been reading. See what we've been seeing. Everybody can put their hands up saying the kid ain't getting his props like he's supposed to be getting. The best way to show him is to show him. I'm sorry to say it. See you on the 7th, money.
Tank, let me come to you. You got a Ryan Garcia fight scheduled for April. Why in the heck would you take another fight against a guy of this caliber before that supposed to be fight in April?
I feel as though he earned his spot. You know what I mean? Hector definitely earned his spot off of what he done in few months that, you know what I mean, he been in fighting. So I feel as though that he beat a top prospect. I think he came back and, you know what I mean, had a great performance and won a belt. So I think he earned his spot. You know what I mean? I feel as though he's not someone to sleep on. I feel as though that he's a tough opponent, and this will prepare me for, you know what I mean, the Ryan fight. So hopefully we don't get too banged up in this fight, so we can put it on Ryan. But we definitely ain't looking past this guy. I feel as though he's tough. He's tough, and I just want to go out there and put on a great performance in front of a nice crowd and show him that I'm actually one of the top guys.
Yeah, and you said this fight, too, is all about quieting all the talking from these fighters. You expound on that? What fighters and what have they been saying about you?
Just been a lot of talk, you know what I mean? Been a lot of talk from other fighters and whatnot, so just want to put them on notice with this fight, even with the Ryan fight. You know what I mean? I can't get the Ryan till I get past Hector, and I want to show that I'm one of them elite guys. You know what I mean? By the performance I put on Hector. You know what I mean?
I love, Hector, that you and Tank have certainly had a nice little back and forth. If I'm not mistaken, I think Tank had a picture of you on his punching bag and he was beating it up. And you went on social media and had a picture of Tank with the sign that said free ass whoopings. So talk to us about what we should expect on Saturday night then, considering what you put on social media.
Sí, cada peleador es diferente y hay que respetar la decisión de cada peleador. Cuando sí, todos los fanaticados enviándome cosas de esa actuación de Gervonta en su gimnasio. Ya vi que anteriormente lo había hecho con Rolly y eso es algo normal, ¿me entiendes? Eso quizás es un entretenimiento para él, una motivación, pero Lo que eso es como así mismo, es muy emocionante porque me emociono, lo disfruto, eso me gusta.
I thoroughly enjoy the back and forth. It's something that thrills me and motivates me. I think it motivates Gervonta too. And it's all like, I think it's normal. It's in good fun and it brings a different ingredient to the fight. So I didn't take any offense to what he did and I did what I did and I had people sending me memes and stuff like that. So it's all part of the fight and I think both he and I were motivated by it.
Do you get a sense that maybe Gervonta is focused on the wrong Garcia? And what should he expect Saturday night at the Capital One Arena?
Bueno, mi predicción no está equivocado, porque el real García soy yo, el verdadero García soy yo. Y por eso estoy aquí ante Gervonta Davis. Y sé que va a ser una pelea muy emocionante, porque Gervonta para mí es un gran peleador. Y yo estaré listo para como él venga, ready.
The real Garcia is right here. I'm the real Garcia. I don't care who he's focused on because I know I'm the true challenge. And Saturday night, fans are going to see a thrilling fight. They're not going to want to miss it. And it's going to be a show that everyone will enjoy.
Bob?
Well, you know, when they're talking about Ryan Garcia, the reality of it is, in this sport, it's what's earned inside the ring. We have here next to me a man who's an Olympian. We have here next to me a man who won a title eliminator. We have here next to me a man who won a world championship. We have here next to me a man who was in, the upset of the year and was victorious. And we have here who's a man by everybody, Sports Illustrated, Boxers Writers Association, Ring Magazine, a Fighter of the Year candidate. The aforementioned Ryan Garcia has done none of the five. He may end up doing something at some point, but as of today, you earn things inside the ring. That's why I have the utmost respect for Gervonta Davis. When they talk about some of these other champions, and I look to, mutual opponents, Gamboa, I look at a Devin Haney, he went the distance with him. This man stopped him. Pitbull Cruz, I know very well. Me and Hector know him very well. He said this fight's a 50-50 fight, that there's a reason for it. He's a very, very tough guy. So things are earned inside the ring. And that's what's going to happen January 7th.
Tank, I'll give you the final word here.
First, I want to say I want to send my prayer and love out to one of the Bill players that hurt themselves actually playing the sport on the field. You know what I mean? Damar Hamlin. Wish him a speedy recovery. Hope he make it. You know what I mean? Back to his family and friends and guys, be able to play again with his brothers on the field. So I want to send my prayers to him and his family. As far as the last word I want to say to Hector, just be ready. Be ready. I feel as though this camp been great. Little hiccups, but we got through it, and I know that Hector somewhat ready or coming. Just don't make a lot of mistakes, because if you make too many, it might be an early night.
There you have it. And it all goes down on Showtime pay-per-view. Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time. Gervonta Davis, unbeaten. Hector Luis Garcia, unbeaten. Two world champions collide here in the nation's capital on Saturday. Gentlemen, let's get a face-off if we could.
Hector, aquí. Okay, you're in the first row, please. Hector, come up in the first row, please. You guys all up in the first row, guys? One.
Well, let's talk about the fights. Let's start with the first fight of the night. Comes at 168 pounds. It's a new weight division for Demetrius Andrade. Man's been a champion at 154. He's been a champion at 160. Now he starts his campaign at 168, and he's taking on Demond Nicholson. Boo Boo, let me start with you. Give me your thoughts on fighting on that new division and coming back to Showtime.
Yeah, man. Yo, mic check. So 168, man. Just bringing more talent to the division. It's going to be a stacked division. It's going to be another division. Be like, wow, Andre's in there. It's me again. But it's great to be here. PBC Showtime. It's just been a long time coming for this to happen. Now I'm here. I'm going to perform and give the people what they've been looking for, and looking for the future fights.
And tell me why 168? You know, what was it about 160 that you said, okay, it's time to move to 168?
Yeah, body genetics, man, you know. Damn. But I'm just growing in size, and I just can't make 160 anymore. I did it. I'm proud of myself. 154 champion, 160 champion. Now I want to move on to be, champion all the middleweight division. So this is the goal.
A lot of eyes are going to be watching you. You talk about at 168, some big names there. There's Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, obviously Canelo's there. We hear maybe Jamal Charlo's going to be there.
I hope so.
What's the message? Because they'll all be watching on Saturday. What's the message you're trying to send to this division?
The message is letting the best fighters fight each other. That's it. There's no more running, no more excuses about network stuff. There's no more politics. There's nothing in the way anymore. So I'm here. So the message is it's time for us to get in the ring and make this shit happen.
Demond, Saturday is time for you to make something happen. Tell us what Demond Nicholson's goal is coming into Saturday.
My goal is just to dominate and win whatever way possible. I go into every fight, Mr. Bryan, looking for the knockout, the KO. I don't care if it's the first or last round. And it's the same with this fight, So I'm going in there and shooting. Like I said yesterday, I'm shooting for the moon. It's time. It's my time. He's been in the game a long time. It's a new era.
Boo Boo's been known as, by some, an awkward fighter. How do you become the first guy to crack that puzzle and defeat him?
Applying pressure. Pressure busts pipes.
Does this fight go the distance?
No, sir.
I guess Demond's going down early. Demond goes down. Demond goes down.
He realizes, too, he's got a big opportunity to stop you and to make a big splash.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's the words that come out of everybody's mouth in the game. At the end of the day, man, I prove it every single time I step into the ring. So it's all good, man. Words are cheap when it comes over here. Listen, my plan is to do what I always do, and that's win.
Because
humble beast, he's humble. You know what I mean? I can't be humble right now. There's no time for humbleness, man. The whole entire world is looking down on me. I'm a tune-up. But this is the first fight that I've been in where I've been 100% healthy. My skills is going to come out and they're going to see. You guys are going to see. I'm not trying to cut anybody off or nothing like that. But you all will see.
Yeah, bring
January
the fight.
7th,
Bring the fight.
My new life in the career starts. He's going to do the talking. I'm not worried about that. My hands do it for me.
Yeah, same here. Over and over. Bring the fight, bro. Bring the pressure. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm prepared for whatever. Don't matter.
He's already said this fight's ended in a knockout. Demond, he's made it known he wants big fights. And Charlo, after this, what about Demond Nicholson?
He has to get through me yet. He haven't fought me yet. What about Charlo? He hasn't fought Demond Nicholson yet. Forget Charlo. Sorry, I'm not talking to you like that, but I'm just saying, this entire little campaign, whatever they want to say, they've been talking about him fighting Charlo, Benavidez, and nothing like that. Like he's not fighting me first. Like he hasn't even stepped in the ring with me yet. You know, so I mean, it's kind of built up anger that I got. Not anger, but frustration that I've been getting. You know, but it's really disrespectful. You know, to speak down on a man like that. You know, this is boxing. You know what I mean? You're never supposed to overlook the next man. You know what I mean? And they've been, excuse my language, they've been shitting on me this entire time, you know? And I don't appreciate it. So yeah, I mean what I say. You know, he's saying words is words. Nah, fuck that. I mean exactly what I say, you know? And that's just what it is.
Let's go, Demond.
Hey.
Let's go, Demond. Let's
Yeah,
talk
keep talking.
about baby
Keep
boy.
talking.
Demetrius, you got a fight on your hands
Let's
Saturday,
go,
bro.
baby boy.
Yeah.
Let's make this shit happen.
Hey,
I love it.
that's how we're going to start the night off.
Oh, yeah, now.
By the way, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific time. 168, two guys who can crack, and both saying it's going to be a stoppage. Okay, so now we get to the next fight. We get welterweights. This is going to be real good because you've got Speedy Ellis, unbeaten, taking on Roiman Villa. Villa's on this 19-fight win streak, power puncher. Rashidi, I guess there are going to be a lot of eyes on you. It's been a while since we've seen you. You haven't been as active as you would like to be. So given that it is pay-per-view, a big audience, tell us what we should expect. What are you trying to prove and put out there come Saturday?
Well, me being out there right now, it has no problem with it because I'm always in the gym, staying ready. But, you know, I'm going to make a statement, show that I'm the big dog at the 147th division.
Roiman, Martin Bader, by the way, will do the translation. You got a guy who's extremely quick. He's got some pop. And you just heard him. He said he's looking to show that he's the big dog at welterweight at 147. Talk to us about your plans for Saturday night for Rashidi Ellis.
Bueno, primeramente quiero darle gracias al Señor por esta oportunidad porque Él es el que hace todo posible y si me pongo a hablar esta de más, yo le voy a demostrar a todo el mundo aquí el sábado que yo vengo a pelear. Vengo a darle un espectáculo a la gente, un show y nada, no tengo más nada que decir. Esperando el día de la pelea para demostrar que por qué estoy aquí, pues.
Look, talk is cheap. Whatever that he wants to say, he's entitled to it, but I know what I'm all about. I'm all about coming here to do my job, to give the fans the show that they want to see. And also, I want to thank the Lord for allowing me to have the opportunity to be here. So, like I said, talk is cheap, and the action is about to be seen in the ring on Saturday night.
Roiman, basically everybody you fought, you've knocked out. Do you think Rashidi Ellis will be able to take your power Saturday night?
Bueno, yo pienso que el que sabe las cosas, el que sabe lo que va a pasar, porque el que conoce el futuro es Dios. Yo no puedo decir lo voy a noquear en tal round, voy a hacer esto, no. Yo dejo todo en las manos del Señor, Él sabe lo que va a pasar y que se haga la voluntad del Señor.
I'm no fortune teller, so I'm just going to leave it in the hands of God. God is the only one that really knows what's about to happen on Saturday night. So I'm just going to leave it in my hands. What I'm going to do on Saturday night, leave it in the hands of God, and then let it be what it may.
Speedy, you were quoted as saying you see yourself right now as the future of the welterweight division. That's kind of a moniker that Jaron Boots has had for a while. There can only be one future. Will we find out who's the real future of the welterweight division, I guess, on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. We want to see that.
And who is it?
Me. You guys talking like he got 5 arms, just like just a fight just like me. So we want to see who's the top dog. And another back to Villa, like he be coming here talking nice, but him and his team talking crazy. Every time when he in the media, he act like he's sweet and everything, godly. But he be talking crazy. So at first I was gonna give him a casual ass whooping, but now I'm beating his ass.
And if I'm not mistaken, did a member of his team contact you through social media?
Still, my phone probably ringing right now.
And could you enlighten the people? What did they say?
Shit talking like he's gonna knock me out. He's gonna be the worst ass woman to take in my life. And probably some of them will probably be here, like, where they at?
And what, I guess, is your message to them?
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Roiman, he says members of your team DM'd him that you were gonna knock him out. And so he says he's gonna beat your ass.
Bueno, ayer tuve un problema por eso. Los entrenadores de Rashidi, a mi mujer, a mi esposa, a mi hija y a mí nos dijeron un poco de cosas, groserías. Sin embargo, así nosotros nos quedamos callados. Yo no envío a nadie a que le envíe nada a nadie. Ni he visto sus peleas, no me interesa ver ni las peleas de él, no me impresiona. Ni veo los entrenamientos, ni sé cómo se llama Rashidi. Me di de cuenta que eran los entrenadores porque me dijeron que eran los entrenadores, pero no me preocupa, varón. Entonces, yo no puedo hablar ni estar diciendo tantas cosas porque dice el Señor que está allá, que es el Señor, el papá de los papás, que dice que el que se humilla, Dios lo enaltece, y el que se enaltece, Dios lo humilla. ¿Sí me entendéis? Entonces veremos a ver si esa sonrisita le queda después de la pelea.
There you go. Now he's talking shit. Okay, let's get it.
Okay, so listen, I wasn't aware of what happened, and you know what he says. I don't really care about, because Rashidi also was, you know, like he and his team, they were mean to me and my family. They said some things that I didn't like at all. So I'm not about to be throwing stones out there, and you know, I want to stay humble. But at the same time, I want to see if that smirk that Rashidi has on his face right now remains after the fight on Saturday
Savage
night.
with a smile, baby.
All right. That's the second fight. By the way, Rashidi, could you see, if you get a victory, could you see an Ellis Ennis fight where we could determine who's going to be the future of the welterweight division?
That can happen real soon. Everybody know what I want. Just if they're paying, I'm playing. Like, come on. You should have been happening.
We already had this supposed to be set up for this fight, and
Let's go. Niggas, who wasn't paying? Come on, man.
I don't gotta say nothing.
You guys talking like double the price like it was a lot. Like, come on, bro. You could have got it tonight. Like, come on, don't play with me. Don't play with me.
We can go now.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't
So
do
that's
that.
the second
You
fight.
ain't like that. Don't play with me like
But
that.
you got Villa first.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Villa. You ain't like that. Don't play like that. You know don't play like that. You ain't like that.
And let's get to the co-main.
Don't play like that with me. Bro. Get fucked up. Try playing
Sharon
with
Boots
me.
Ennis.
Yeah.
Look at it.
All right, I'm gonna keep it cool.
He all bark, yo.
Karen Chukhadzhian.
He too moody. He too moody.
All right, Boots.
I got him already. I'm not worried about him.
Let's talk about this fight here, because this is for an interim title, right?
Yeah.
Talk about not only being on this platform, being on pay-per-view finally, but the importance, because it is an interim title, and all of a sudden you become a mandatory for the unified champ of the welterweight division.
Yeah, it's definitely it's gonna put me, right there in line, for Earl Spence, and the rest of those guys that's up there. So, this is definitely a perfect mark, to make my statement, and I can't wait.
Now you got a guy who's been winning, and then you got a guy fighting before you who's looking to put on performance, because as you just heard, he wants you bad. Are you looking to send a message not only to the division, but to that young man as well?
I'm looking to make a statement towards, the whole world. I ain't worried about him or my opponent. I'm just going out there to do me, have fun, put on a show, and get this explosive knockout, and then we can see what's next,
Karen, you're taking on Boots Ennis. He hasn't gone past 6 rounds. Tell us why you're the guy that's going to put an end to all of that streak and give him his first loss.
Ми пройшли дуже гарну підготовку, об'їздили багато країн, мали багато гарних спарингів. Ми добре готувалися, у нас є геймплан, тому я думаю, у нас є все для того, щоб перемогти. Джарон дуже крутий супротивник, але Ми також не просто хтось з вулиці. Ми готувалися до цього бою.
Jaron is a very serious fighter, but we were training, we were preparing ourselves pretty good. We traveled a lot of countries. We had a lot of sparring fights. So we have our tactics, we have our strategy. So we believe that we are ready to fight and win.
You are making your U.S. debut. What is Jaron Ennis and the U.S. boxing public going to find out about you on Saturday that we didn't know?
Ну, перш за все, це мій шанс показати себе американській публіці, тому що всі знають, що справжній бокс саме у Сполучених Штатах.
It is my chance to show myself to the American public because everybody knows the real box is in the United States.
І тому я зроблю все можливе, аби порадувати американських і світових болівальників боксу.
Then I will do all my best to provide the pleasure and fun to all the American publics and all over the world.
Thank you, Dana. Boots, having gone past 6, will this fight go past 6?
Iron Mike Tyson. So, you know, I mean, like I always say though, you know, I don't go in there looking for a knock. I go in there, you know, to have fun, you know, and establish my jab and put on the show for the fans. But if I see that opening, I'm definitely taking it. So, you know, I ain't afraid to, you know, get him out of here early. You know, y'all know my slogan. I'm in and out like a robbery.
And you've talked about Iron Mike Tyson. You've been watching a lot of Mike Tyson film lately.
Yeah.
And so will we see some Boots, Iron Mike Tyson type stuff on Saturday?
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be with my own twist though. You know, it's gonna be me in there doing a few things that I seen that Mike Tyson do. You know, it's gonna be a fun night, man. I just can't wait. I'm ready to get this win, this victory, you know, and be explosive with it, you know, and show the world. You know, I can't wait.
And we'll wrap it up with this because I guess what's the message then for everybody who's gonna be watching you on pay-per-view, and for Mr. Rashidi Ellis, who, as he just said, he is fiending to get into the ring with you.
Cat. But my message is to the whole world, you know, just to continue to keep watch me grow, progress, you know, get better and better, you know, and don't miss this knockout on Saturday night. I can't wait to have fun and put on for DC. Shout out to DC, Showtime, my team, you know, the whole Philly gonna be in the building, you know, Mr. Espinoza, shout out to Mr. Espinoza, shout out to you, you know, I can't wait, man, I'm ready. Shout out to PPV, let's get it.
And the message to Rashidi Ellis?
No, good. All right, we'll do it after we do it.
I love it. So there you have it. That is the co-main of the night. 3 fights on this undercard, on this pay-per-view, loaded with talent, with guys who are looking to, as you just heard, become stars and send a message to their divisions. All right, guys, let's get some face-offs here, and let's start with the first fight of the night. It's me again, and Demond.
Up in the back.
55, guys.
Villa and Rashidi Ellis. Karen Chukhadzhian, Ramu Ennis.